this is all the dreams come true I ever find, and I don't mind. And if I believe the story's end was predefined, I've changed my mind.
It was amazing, like genuinely iconic. Yeah. Like I had a quick micro tour when I went to Studio One, which is like the biggest orchestral rehearsal studio in the world, and it literally looks exactly like that. I was like, yeah, that is exactly what that would look like. It is massive. There are just icons, like, and there are just absolute titans of the music industry, and writers that are just so profoundly influential, and to be sharing a space with them is really humbling. It's a very amazing, very life-affirming.
And I think also, like, you're walking along the corridor and you're seeing some of the people that we grew up listening to, and then remembering this room could have been the room that song was made in. That guitar could have been the guitar, that some crazy idol of ours touched. And like, recognizing that this opportunity brought us here, also allowed me to realize how far we've come with this process. It was initially supposed to just be 6 weeks, and then now it's Abbey Road Studios.
We're here, Abbey Road, doing this right
ahead
now.
Ahead of a 6-month run in one of the most prestigious theatres in the West End. So I'm just very, very grateful. I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity. I'm very, very grateful to be blessed to be trusted with Robin. And I'm just grateful to know that I was good enough to be in this space.
Yeah, for sure.
And I keep having to remind myself of that as an actor. But today, it's kind of a really affirming moment for me in my career. And we were saying that earlier to each other, that like this is testament to how far we've got to go still.
Yes, yeah, so true.
Want to take a detour?
What about the cake?
We've got time. This is the street.
What street?
This is the block where you can pick up whatever you need. $10 shoes, fake nails, a broken record player, Cuban quesadillas, and weed. I used to ride my bike around this neighborhood. I never thought I'd run out of space. And the cats in the bodegas, the kids on every corner playing pickup and graffiti on the subway, baby, this is the place.
Wait, I know this place. This is the street from the beginning of Ghostbusters 2.
I don't know, maybe.
This is the scene we see Ceremony Weaver stepping psychomagnetic down. Are you serious?
Right over here, that's Brooklyn Public Library. My grandma used to take us to read. And the sound along the avenue.
The lights in every window.
If you're looking for the beating heart of Brooklyn, baby, this is the place.
This show is about two people who are one person who is attending a wedding, and I go to pick up this person from the airport, and he's very annoying, and I'm kind of at that time going through a bit of like a quarter-life crisis, and he's not, but we're around the same age, and Robin is very much throughout the show discovering herself and discovering that she can find more joy in her life, even in the moments where she's told she shouldn't because of where she is in life or where she isn't. And Dougal is very much in La La Land mentally. And in a really beautiful way, we kind of are able to find balance between each other. And as, what's the line that you always say that I really
We allow each other to see ourselves who we should be, not who we want to be.
Yes, and that is the story.
Without giving too much away.
I'm wearing the suit with the scuffs in the knees, the one that we got for my GCSEs. If I stand in the street any longer, I'll freeze. If I put my eye to the door, I can just about see there's hundreds of people and stars on the tree. I better go in and say, hi Dad, it's me.
It's brave enough to be small and brave enough to be honest, and it doesn't feel like it has to tell a story that changes the world. It doesn't have to tell a story that's renovating theatre and like changing the industry. I think while those stories are important, I think the juxtaposition of a small local show, when I say local, I mean in its sort of content is very close to home. It's very human.
Everyone.
I think that is really important, and I think it's just lovely to just see two people and two entities change and grow, and their relationships change and end and reignite and end again, and then all of that beautiful human stuff in just shy of 2 hours is a wonderful watch, and I like to think that it ignites something inside of each audience member, for sure. That would be a real blessing for me as an actor, to be able to give that to an audience member.
You are always enough. And Mum, I met a girl. I know what you'll say. Sounds rather unlikely.
New York, for me as a Londoner, felt like an even more honest and raw and rugged version of London. And I love that personally, because I love London. Can sometimes it just feels like you're going through the motions. You go to work, you go see your friends every now and again, you go home and you do it all over again the next day. And though that is probably the same lifestyle in New York, for me it wasn't. And it felt like I was able to be to some degree detached from reality while still in a similar environment. And I loved that. And I loved being able to go and just see that I can still find beauty in a city that wasn't my own. And I still feel that when I go there. It just feels like a home away from home for me at this point.
You're talking to me, yeah? New York, I'm already talking the talk in New York. I'm already popping the cork 'cause I'm ready to be in New York. Are you ready? Are you ready for me in New York?
When I first went there, I sort of like, I loved everything that I saw, and then I sort of saw the steam coming out of the vents, and I was like, wow, steam coming out, and I ran into the steam, and I went, I honestly that was nearly it for me. I was nearly like, I was nearly gone. So other than that, yes, it was everything. I had a good 3 weeks there, and I really got a great vibe. And I can't wait to go back, hopefully, eventually in my life. But it was really fun.
23 all on your own in a bar, and your smile starts fading, and you turn 25. You start doing everything to keep it alive. Give up smoking, take up yoga, learn a language, get a boyfriend, go to Europe, drop a dress size, look insane in a bikini, cut out theory, buy a blender, stay connected, change the future for yourself, and be a version of yourself who knows the secret.
We felt very familiar with each other very quickly,
yeah.
And I think that allowed us to really make the process like natural and
it was very
that
healthy.
informed our characters.
Yeah.
And I think I remember our first show, and we both spent the whole show just like almost like tracking each other with our eyes. Just
Getting
like,
to
are you okay?
B,
Are you okay?
like,
Are you
we're
okay?
fine, we're safe, this is not going to kill us.
But I think the first time that I think we really, really like deep, oh my God, we're doing this together, was maybe when we recorded New York, What Lippy and Dad?
Something like that, I don't know, I can't remember. No, yeah.
That was probably the first time that we really were like, this is happening.
Yeah, locked in.
And every day we do it, we find new things about each other,
For sure.
and we find new things about the role. So it's a cool experience.
It's a trust in our choices. Like if Dujonna one night goes left on a choice, and I'm like, I trust that, she's going to. I just trust her with that choice, and I think it's an intelligent, believable choice, and it's exciting for me, the other 50% of the cast to witness that and then play with that. That's really important, because I think a show can get tired, and there can be resentment, like in saying the lines that you're saying every time, and that playfulness, that respectful playfulness is really important, and it's really healthy, and it's important for the audience to be able to experience that as well.
Two
strangers.
No, Two Strangers is rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, no, you can.